theory, right? Because
I was on YouTube and I was watching something somewhere. And it was caught my eye, because not much in Star Trek catches my eye unless it's something interesting or something I haven't heard of or thought of.
And so you came across a fan theory regarding the Jem Hadar?
Yes, the origins or the possible origins of the Jem Hadar. And I'm not sure if this was that one that we watched, the game Inloaded or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
But it talks, I think it was the game one that does the Star Trek stuff, but usually online. So maybe it's maybe it's the online game thing, or their online.
Maybe their story.
Yeah, for the online
Star Trek Online. It'd be interesting to look up and see if we can verify that. But...
So that the Hur'q are the genetic precursors to the Jem Hadar, and of course the Hur'q were the ones who stole the sword of Kah'less.
Yes.
Which I think the ending of that episode just pisses me off. Yeah, just let it fucking. Out in the fucking universe.
Yeah.
God damn. Sorry. Anyway. So, and then regarding the female...
Yeah, this is kind of...
crossbred.
In line with the Jem Hadar character, the half Klingon in the upcoming Academy series.
Half Jem Hadar. Yeah.
I just don't see that.
The Hur'q? Or the...
Oh, no. I mean, the Hur'q... being the species that
was the baseline for the Jem Hadar, I buy that.
They took Hur'q DNA and used it to develop the Jem Hadar. Sure, why not? But
and that could even be a genetic remnant. Remember when that Jem Hadar was like, I really wanted to fight some Klingons when they first in the episode the Jem Hadar. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that was a genetic remnant or memory that.
This is the 32nd century.
No. I'm talking about. In that episode.
Yes.
The Jem Hadar episode.
Yes.
Titled The Jem Hadar.
Yes.
And at that point, the Dominion was 4,000 years old, and they haven't lost a battle in 2,000 years.
Yeah.
So anyway, go on, yeah.
Yeah, and it just, okay, Klingon and Jem Hadar just don't seem like they would be genetically compatible to reproduce. Well... I mean, the Jem Hadar are full on like genetically
modified clone. They're
not genetically engineered. Yes,
yeah, genetically engineered. Yeah. So would they have reproductive organs or hormones? Because the white is all that they need to sustain themselves.
Yeah, they don't even eat. Like and so what do they expel? I mean, it's.
Do they even expel anything?
I mean, it would be very little. You would think. If nothing else, they'd probably lose it in, well, I don't know if they sweat or not, but I'm sure they just secrete it somehow, dermally.
Or is that how they also can cloak? Oh.
That could be.
I mean, but think about it. If a body is an engine, and you're only getting what you need, and you're using everything else to stay alive or to keep the engine running.
Yeah, they're genetically engineered to sustain on this Ketracel white.
Yeah, so...
And it just seems to me that...
Now what we're doing
interspecies...
what we're doing right now, talking about genetics and food consumption and how the Jem Hadar have been presented, this is stuff that should be going on in a writer's room.
Right.
Yeah. Before
you say, oh, well, we got to have Klingon, have Jem Hadar. What?
Yeah. And I still submit that this is all just to try and piss people off. The last remnants of actual Star Trek fans that haven't said, fuck you and your couch. Fucking, what the fuck is his name? Fucking,
what?
Kurtzman.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is his last baby. This is his swan song.
Yeah, this is taking place after this last season of Discovery in the 32nd century.
In a universe that doesn't count or matter.
No, but still.
I'm just saying.
It's 1,000 years ahead.
Buck Rogers could still kick their ass.
Would Jem Hadar even still...
look similar.
Be around.
Yeah, or be around. Oh, because, well... And I'm gonna...
Because, I mean, they were...
I'm gonna say something about Lore Reloaded's fucking assumption that, Odo's this beneficent motherfucker and he's just going to give him a cock and a slatch and they can start having kids. Why would you want to do that to a species, first of all? Children are the worst sexually transmitted disease ever. But that being an aside, why would Odo do that to them? Why not? Because Odo's very ambivalent about love and sexual relations anyway, and as seem most of the client races of the Dominion, they all seem kind of androgynous to a point.
And why would Odo take any interest in the procreation of the Jem Hadar?
Yeah, as long as they're free from the white, that would be the most important thing, wouldn't you think?
I guess.
So they aren't a slave race?
But...
And wouldn't you want to restore them to their original Hur'q DNA profile? Instead of, oh, well, we'll just, it's all right. They did what they did.
Yeah, but I mean, that opens up a can of worms of ethics.
Exactly.
And I mean, just because you can, does it give you the right?
And Odo would totally be fighting that shit. Be like, well, should I really be doing this?
Yeah. And
especially
if they didn't ask you to.
And despite Rene Azerbaijan's liberal communist tendencies, he played Odo very well.
Oh no, yeah, he would not have inserted any of that into Odo.
Yeah,
because that's not who he was. Yeah. And he's an actor, and it's just that's what actors do.
Yeah,
he was
a professional actor.
No, he was great.
Yeah, so I just don't see Odo.
I still have his autograph.
We'll tell that story too.
I gotta find it, but I know I have it somewhere.
I just don't see Odo doing all that to the Jem Hadar. Because when that child Jem Hadar, he wanted, what do you want to do? Asking, what do you want to do? Do you want to go fuck some lizard chick? Or do you want to go fight? Or what do you want to do? What do you really want to do with your life? See, Lore Reloaded didn't think of that episode, did he?
Yeah.
So, Hur'q DNA could be the baseline for the Jem Hadar, but it still doesn't get you to
a significant genetic engineering.
Yeah,
for them to produce the Jem Hadar soldiers that was, you know.
So there are way too many hurdles and obstacles into all of a sudden creating a Klingon Jem Hadar hybrid.
It just, I mean, I don't even see Jem Hadar being fertile at all.
Yeah.
Why would, I mean, if they're that genetically engineered, why would they be left to reproduce on their own?
Because of
when the Dominion would have wanted total control over their production.
That's why they had to
numbers.
That's exactly why they had to addict them to the white.
Yes.
Again, Lore Reloaded. Where's that? You cherry pick to suit your argument, but you leave off all the other stuff that doesn't fit into your narrative. We don't have a narrative. We're asking questions.
Right. So, I mean, and again, 1,000 years down the road, who knows?
And then I have,
you know, they could have.
And then also something else, because I noticed this thing because I've read the Mirror Universe.
But what's the Jem Hadar doing in the Federation?
Yeah,
and
because they're so enlightened now.
You know,
anyway, but hold
Starfleet
on.
uniform, and
so I've read the Mirror Universe books, the extended versions. Okay, and so apparently B'Elanna likes the boys, likes the little human boys. Okay. So she has a power dynamic problem, just like her mother did. And in the book, she talks about that and how she hated her mother so much because she's not fully Klingon, and other Klingons didn't look at her with the same respect as a full-blooded Klingon. So don't you think that would still be a thing 1,000 years from now?
Oh yeah,
yeah, with Klingons.
I mean, come on. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah, come on.
And yeah, you would not be welcomed into the Klingon Empire with all them green scales and little horns and whatnot all over you.
You're the fucking enemy. You're the worst. You are probably. Would you say the Dominion is a worse enemy than the Hur'q or the Federation ever was? Because they almost destroyed the Klingons.
Again,
yeah. I'm just go on.
If the Hur'q were truly the progenitors of the Jem Hadar, they would be that much more hated by Klingon, you would think.
Exactly. Thank you.
So how would two hook up like that?
Ever.
And have an offspring?
Never, ever.
And how could it? It just doesn't. I just don't see it.
But we're just a hate channel, according to Lore Reloaded.
It's just a TV show, and it's science fiction, and
we get it. But
anything can happen. But
you still have to have some kind of logic, some kind of narrative that makes sense.
It needs to
have a grounded consistency in something.
Yeah, it needs to at least be believable.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff it really asks you to suspend your disbelief quite a bit.
And those are the bridges too far. I'm sorry,
And
it is.
well, no, some of it you really do have to just let yourself buy into it, or not.
You can't. Yeah.
And even some of the good stuff, it does,
Yeah.
because it some of it's out there. And but then again, you can only suspend your disbelief so far.
So far and so much, huh?
Especially when you're really, into the setting and
your shit within the universe.
You're into the Star Trek enough to question things like that.
We question Star Trek all the time.
It's one of the things about Star Trek that from day one was to try to keep it as scientifically accurate as much as possible within their storytelling needs.
Yes.
And
because I wouldn't go on a fucking transporter ever, so McCoy and Pulaski are absolutely correct.
Oh yeah, but no,
I wouldn't eat replicated food either.
No, but the transporter was one of the things that just they had to pull out of their ass.
Yeah,
there was no scientific basis for that. But warp theory is a legit, warp drive, and so much of it they just wanted to keep it, grounded in real science and not like Lost in Space, which was no science whatsoever in it.
The carrot monster, right?
Yeah. And even Star Wars doesn't have a whole lot of science to it.
No.
Even the tech, I mean, sure, you could apply science to it, but there's no real scientific basis for any of the Star Wars stuff. It just is what it is. And
1,000 blue-haired female nerds cried out and were suddenly silenced when you said that. Wow.
But no,
so why are you irritated?
So why
are you hating on it?
Well, for one, why a Klingon?
Why? Yeah.
How did that happen? Are they going to give us any kind of backstory of?
But is it a backstory you want to hear?
Well, I'm not going to watch the show, so I don't think I'll ever, unless I see it in some YouTube video explaining how this
monstrosity was
thing
created.
Exists. Yes. Oh my gosh!
Think about the fupa on that. Oh wow!
Oh, dude, stop it!
Oh, it got scales and horns, and does it rattle like the dinosaur in Jurassic Park? Or does she only do that when she gets excited? Oh my God. Wow. Talk about interspecies erotica. Oh, fuck. See, I went there. Oh, I shut Eric down. He doesn't want to play anymore. No. Don't even get me talking about the flowers, the dog tongue flowers from the thing.
They could get as freaky as they want to get with each other, but I don't think that it would produce an offspring.
And then also, all right, you just said it, freaky as you want to. Why would either of the species want to do that?
Because they're a couple of freaks of their species. Who knows?
So is he a little scrawny Klingon? Is he an Alexander?
No, I think like maybe who knows if it was even consensual?
Wow. Well, that would be a total thing for them to have.
Right?
She's a victim of rape, or she's a product of rape.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus, Mother Mary. Look and if it shows up in that show, I'm gonna hit you like an ex-wife. Oh my God, because they're gonna steal that and be like, oh, that's a great idea. Why didn't we think of that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's gross. That's gross. Anyway, tell us what you think. Like, share, subscribe.